Have you ever wondered how you can swing a chess game in your favour in just one move? Well, today you're going to learn how to use Queenside Castling as a dangerous weapon. Part 1 of the video is going to be about the 4 key ideas that you should know when long castling to win more often. And part 2 of the video is going to help you understand the 5 best benefits of long castling in your games. Ready? Let's go. Castling Queenside has 4 main ideas that you should know for when you do it. I'm going to show you this with this example game which showcases each of these 4 ideas beautifully. It is Black's turn and they decide to castle their king. Now we decide to castle Queenside, and already we've completed one of our 4 main ideas. And this idea is that when we castle our king, we want it to be in a safe position. And as we can see here, Black's pieces are mostly on their back rank, and so our king is in a safe position. Now Black decides to play this move c6, and now we start with our second main idea, and that is we need to be ready to attack our opponent's kingside with our pawns. And we do this by starting off with the move h4, just like so. And now Black decides to try and shut us down on the h-file with the move h5, where now we play the move f3 to support our next move, which is going to be g4, as you guys can see, continuing with our second idea of trying to attack our opponent's kingside with our pawns, just like so. Black now plays the move b5, and now we can incorporate our third main idea, which is once we've started attacking with our pawns, we now need to get our pieces ready to back them up in the attack, where we now play this move knight h3, and the idea is that it now relinquishes this g1 square for our rook in the future, which also helps bring pieces into the attack and also to jump into f4 in the future. Now Black plays the move b4, we jump to a4, and they now develop their knight to d7, just like so, where now we can incorporate our fourth idea. And this idea is that when the time is right and when you are ready to open up the position, we capture on h5 with our pawn on g4, and now Black has 2 options: either capture back with your pawn or capture back with your knight. In this game, they decide to capture back with their knight, where now we can continue with our third idea of getting pieces into the attack with the move rook g1, just like this, taking advantage of the fact that this file is now open so we can use it with our lovely rook. Now Black decides to play the move rook b8, and we finish centralizing our knight with the move knight f4. Already we have a plus 2.4 position by just following these 4 main ideas of keeping our king safe, trying to attack with our pawns, following up with our pieces, and also opening up the position. That already gets us a totally winning position. But for example, let's say Black was to play something like a6, we can now capture on the h5 square, they capture back, and we can now play this move bishop h6, and we can now see how all these pieces work together, because the point is, this bishop can't capture back because of our rook pinning to the king, and this rook is able to do its job because we opened up the position earlier to open up this file, and also this rook is only here because we brought it into the attack as well. So now we can see how all these main ideas work together, and how these pieces also work with these main ideas to help us get great attacks and have really fun wins. Now time for part 2 of the video. The second half of the video is going to be about the 5 best benefits of long castling, so that you know all the great stuff that you're in for when you do it. First things first, king safety is the most important thing in chess, and by castling, whether it be kingside or queenside, you are getting your king out of the center of the board, and that means you are getting your king out of any potential threats in the future, which helps you survive for the middle game and the end game. Now time for benefit number 2. The second benefit of long castling is the swift transfer of pieces that you will be able to have when you do it. Swift transfer of pieces allows you to get your pieces into more active positions on the board, which in turn helps you get quick attacks on your opponent's king, and that helps you not only win games, but also win them in an extremely cool way. For example, if you can get a position going from this to this in just a few moves, you will see that long castling is really going to help you get more active pieces, swift transfer of pieces, and cool attacks on your opponent's king. Speaking of this position, I'm going to use it to show you guys our third best benefit of castling long, and that is, you're going to be the one going for an attack more often than your opponent. Black plays the move a5, and we bring our rook to the g-file with rook g1. Black now centralizes their rook with rook e8, and we now start an attack with our pawns with the move g4. Black now notices that it's a free pawn to capture with bishop takes g4, supported by the pawn, but we say no, 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 and sacrifice our rook on the g4 square. A brilliant move, because when black captures on the g4 square, we now have h5, another brilliant move, sacrificing the knight, because when black takes it, we now simply thrust our pawn forward again, with h6, attacking the bishop on the g7 square, so it's forced to drop back to the h8 square. But we've said, well, we've brought our pawn all the way up the board, so why not bring it even further up the board? Because now with h7 check, we now give black two options. Either capture with the knight or bring your king across. They decide to bring their king across, and now we have a forced checkmate in 3. With bishop h6 check, black is forced to block, and hey, look at this pawn, it's gone all the way up the board, and so it does it once more, promoting to a queen. And the point is, black can't capture it back because of the pin on the bishop, so that the only move is knight g8, blocking the check. And finally, to finish off the awesome attack that we had, because we long castled, we have queen takes g7, checkmate. The next benefit of long castling is how flexible it is. You can go for a mega kingside attack to try and checkmate your opponent as quickly as possible, and maybe you might want to play a bit more controlled and build up your position to win the center. Or perhaps you may even want to expand on the queen side. Long castling is incredible for flexibility, and it will help you a ton in your games. And that brings us on to our last benefit, benefit number 5. Castling queenside is really, really fun. As you guys saw in today's example games, they were absolutely beautiful, and they lead to awesome checkmates, awesome tactics, awesome positions, and awesome everything. And with that, that is the video for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed and enjoy queenside castling in your own games, and also best of luck with it. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash those like and subscribe buttons for more videos, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.